Hi, I'm John, the Twisted Cuber. Today I'm going to show you how to solve the gear cube. Before I get started, I hope you hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. Let's begin. The gear cube is similar to the 3x3 in that it has centers, edges, and corners. It is different in that the center edges turn with the left and right faces. It also is different in regards to you need to turn the face 180 degrees before you can move another face. Otherwise, if you try to do it 90 degrees like you would with a 3x3, it's not going to move. Alright, let's scramble this up. The puzzle is now scrambled. First, we'll solve the corners, starting with the white corners. Pick a white corner. I think I'll just use this one here, white, red, and green. So what we need to do is we need to match up a corner that's either red or green. So let's take a look around. And when I meant that, I meant a white corner. It has to be a white corner that has red and green. So let's take a look, and we have white, red, and blue. We'll use that. So we need to place that here. Now normally, like with a 3x3, we just go here and then bring it up. But you can't do that here because of how the puzzle is constructed. So what you need to do is you need to, since it was right here, we're going to move it 180 degrees. So now it's going to be here. And then I'm just going to bring it up another 180 degrees. And that brings the corner up and matches up with the other corner. So these two corners are now solved. And if you take a look below, you'll find that these two white corners are also solved. So what you need to do here is, since these are solved, just bring them over like so, 180 degrees. And then bring it up, same thing, 180 degrees. And the white corners are now solved. And you can take a look below and you'll actually find that the other corners are also solved. Now in some cases you'll have it where these are solved and the other corners are going to be like this. They're going to be 180 degrees off. So all you need from there is just simply bring it over 180 degrees, and that matches up all the corners. Next, we're going to line up the centers with their respective corners. What we're going to do with this is we're going to rotate the right face until we match up the center with its corners. And we'll take a look at the rest of the puzzle. And all these centers are matched up with their respective corners. Now again, we have the instance where we're going to be matching up our centers with our corners. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to rotate it so we match up the white center with the white corners. And we're going to take a look at the puzzle. And we're going to find that while we got these matched up, these did not match up. So what we do if that happens is we just simply turn the puzzle so we have this portion here instead of the white and the yellow. And we're going to repeat the process where we're going to rotate this face like so. We now matched up our blue face, and we look around and we have done these centers to their corners, and white and yellow are also solved. Now we will place all of the edges into their correct locations. Now there are 3 rings of edges that we'll be working with. The middle layer ring, which goes vertically all the way around. The equator ring, which goes horizontally all the way around. And the top ring, which is just going to be going basically left to right, right to left, how you want to do it all the way around this way. To solve this, you're going to be performing this algorithm, and the R2 is a full 360 degree turn, like this, and the U is your standard 180 degree turn, like that. Now the algorithm is going to move the pieces in the following manner. On the middle ring, it's going to swap the adjacent pieces on the top and bottom layers. On the equator ring, it's going to swap the front left with the back right and the front right with the back left. In other words, diagonally. The top ring, the pieces will be in their correct locations. They'll either be solved or they will be flipped, and they will not move. So we're going to take a look around and we're going to see what we have for our scenario here. So basically what we're looking for is for our top ring to be where the pieces are adjacent and need to be swapped. That's the case here, and that's the case here. When it comes to the equator ring, we have our orange and yellow here, and we have our blue and red there. So these are diagonal. We'll check this. That's blue and orange. That'll go there. Green and red's going to go there. So this is diagonal. And these here are in their correct locations. So they're not going to move. So we have our scenario that we need. There are cases that we will not have that case, and I will be going over that next. But we're going to do this first. So we're going to hold the puzzle like this and perform this algorithm. R2, U, R2, U. And let's take a look. These are now in their correct location. So are these. We'll take a look at the equator ring. That's in its correct location. That's in its correct location. So is this, and so is this. And these were already in their correct position. So at this point, we have all of our edges in their correct locations. Here's another case where we are placing the edges in their correct locations. And we're going to take a look around. And as you can see, I have a visitor. My cat decided to jump up on the table and directly supervise this portion of the solve. I appreciate her putting in the necessary footwork, as you can see. Her name is Jaja, and she will be supervising this portion of the puzzle to make sure I do it correctly. Okay, so let's take a look around. And we have white and green here. We have blue and yellow there, which means this is diagonal. So that'll be our middle ring. I'm sorry, equator ring. And we're going to take a look at this one, see what we have here. And this one, I believe, may also be diagonal. Red and green is here, and blue and orange is here. So these two are diagonal. So let me take a look at this one here, and that is yellow and orange. That is red and white. So every single one of these rings is in fact diagonal. So what we're going to be doing here is just pick one, because that's all we have to work with. And we're going to be performing the algorithm. So what's going to happen is this one will be correctly positioned and these will not. They will shift positions, and with the second one we should be able to have the case that we need. R2, U, R2, U. And let's take a look. And let's see, this one here, that ring is correct, so that's now going to be our top ring. And now we're going to look at these here and see if we can get these positioned correctly to finish this off. Okay, so we have white and red there, and yellow and orange there. So that's diagonal. And this one here is adjacent. So we have what we need. The middle is adjacent. The equator is diagonal, and this one is already in the correct position. So we're going to leave it like this, and we're going to perform the algorithm again. R2, U, R2, U. And we'll take a look at each ring. These are good. Okay, so that ring is good. Okay. She is satisfied with what I've done, so she has moved off. Okay, so this ring is good. This ring is good. And let's see. I lost track of which ring I had. So I'm just going to start from the beginning. This ring is good. This ring is good. And this ring is good. So all the edges are now in their correct locations. Now that the edges are solved or nearly solved, we're going to be returning the puzzle back to its cube shape. Now in this case we simply just have one ring we need to do, but in most instances all three of these are going to be up like this. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be rotating the right face until you have everything matched back up and these are flat. like so. And the puzzle is now back to its cube shape. Okay, so again we have all of our edges are in their correct locations, and all we have to do now for the next step is return the puzzle back to its cube shape. Unlike the last case where we just had one ring that needed to be flattened, we have all three. So I just wanted to show you what we needed to do with this. It's really no different, just simply have to do it more times. And you can do it using either the right or the left face when it comes to flattening it. And I'll show one of them with the left face just because I can. But we'll start with this ring first, and we're just going to be rotating this again until these are matched back up and they're flat. And I'll usually stop it every 1 or 2 times just to make sure I haven't overshot. And this is all set. So now we're going to rotate the puzzle. So we have another ring here. And this time I'm just going to do it with the left face. And that one's all set. I'm just making sure. Yep, that's fine. And then we're going to rotate the puzzle again and do this ring here. And just double check, those are good. And the puzzle has been returned to its cube shape. Finally, you'll be flipping the edges and solving the puzzle. If the edges are not flipped, then the puzzle's solved. That's not the case here. Now let's take a look at the puzzle. And what we're looking for is a face that has all 4 edges that need to be flipped. And we'll take a look around. As you can see, these 2 are good. That's not. Same here. Let's take a look at this one here. And we take a look at this, and all 4 edges need to be flipped. And this is what we want. Now, when you're doing this, you'll find that there's actually 2 faces that have this case. There's this one here, and then it's opposite, in this case red. And you look that these also need to be flipped. Now you can use either one of these 2, it doesn't matter, it's going to work the same way. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to have one of those 2 faces facing you, like this. So I'm just showing it so this way you've got that facing you, this is going to be on top, and you're going to be performing this algorithm. R, U, oops, R, U, R, U. And the puzzle is now solved. And there you have it, a tutorial on how to solve the gear cube. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Until next time, have a great day.